Hi, I'm Marsha Malcolm, Jamaica's national reading champion in the adults 21 and over category for the year 2018. And on this Read Across Jamaica Day, I wanted to share with you just an excerpt from my children's book, So Very Max. What I'm about to share was read by myself and my 8-year-old son, who does not want to be on camera as usual. And it's an abbreviated excerpt from my book, So Very Max. The story So Very Max takes place on a special farm that doesn't have any chickens or goats or pigs or ducks or anything. The only animals on this farm are horses and a few donkeys. So at the point at which we're going to pick up the story, the other foals have all noticed that there's something a little bit different about Max. His name is different because his name starts with M and all the other names start with H. So you have Henry horse, Harriet horse, Homer horse, Harvey, Heidi horse, and then there's just Max. He looks different from the others. He's stronger than the others. He doesn't get scared easily as the others do. He doesn't get sick as easily as the others do. And he's just different, and all the other foals have noticed this. Now, Max's mother has been telling him that the things that make him different also make him special, but it's kind of difficult for Max to accept that he's special. So at this particular point in the story where we're picking up, the foals are about to have a bit of an adventure. So here's me and my 8-year-old son reading an abbreviated excerpt from my book, So Very Max.
One day, the new farmhand left the gate open and the foals decided they wanted to go exploring. Their mothers often spoke about a bubbling stream on the far side of the huge hill, and the foals wanted to see it. When the mares weren't looking, they ran through the gate and started climbing up the hill.
Nobody complained when Max volunteered to go first. They knew he was the bravest, although Henry Horse would never admit it.
The hill was super steep, and the trail was narrow and winding. When they got halfway up, some of them began to feel very afraid and stopped moving. Only Max seemed to be fine as he climbed and climbed. His hind feet gripped those high places easily.
When the foals looked down and saw how high above the ground they were, they knew they couldn't go any further. But there wasn't enough space on the trail for them to turn around. How would they ever find their way back down? They were so scared that they didn't notice that the one at the front of the pack kept climbing higher and higher.
The others decided they would have to go backward down the hill one at a time until they got to a clearing where they could turn around.
Since Harry Horse was at the back, he started moving back one step at a time, reversing down the hill. At this rate, it would take forever for all of them to get down. The frightened foals cheered when they finally made it back on safe ground.
They took a head count, and Holly Horse, who was the best at counting, noticed that someone was missing.
Oh
Oh
no!
no, she neighed loudly.
Where's Max?
They looked at each other with eyes wide in fear. Had he fallen off the trail while making his way down? Was he standing there on the trail, frozen, afraid to move forward or backward? Who would go to find Max? Would they have to tell the mothers where they'd been?
They began to wonder if Max had gotten ill, but then they heard happy snorting sounds from the top of the hill.
You guys, what are you doing all the way down there? Why don't you come up? The view up here is fantastic. Come look at the stream, it's awesome.
Max was so high above the others that they could barely see him up there. All the other foals were jealous, especially when Max came back later in the afternoon and told them about the beautiful stream he had played in on the other side of the huge hill. This is just an excerpt from my book, So Very Max. You can find it on Amazon. Just look for So Very Max or Marsha A. Malcolm. It's also available in bookstores in Kingston, Jamaica. It's available in Bookophilia on Hope Road, and it's also available at Cozy Corner. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy the rest of your day as we celebrate Read Across Jamaica 2020, the quarantine edition.
Max, come check the facts. You're little but you're taller. There's no one who can be like you. Max, come check the facts. We're all very different, and that's a divine compliment. Max, come blow your sax. And here's to the max. Moving